Good morning, everybody. I hope that you are having an awesome Wednesday. Today is Christmas in March, so I have loved getting to wear my Christmas sweatshirt one more time this year. I kind of thought I was going to have to be done with that. And I woke up this morning and put it on. It made me feel so festive and happy, and I just feel like we need a day of Christmas every month at this point. It's just so fun. So I hope you guys are getting to do something like that today. Throw on your cozy Christmas pajamas, maybe listen to some Christmas music. So we're going to go ahead and get started on today's video lesson. It's pretty simple for today. I know you're probably thinking, thank goodness, because I need a break. Y'all, I feel you. It's a lot. So today is going to be pretty easy, kind of a simple light load today. So, of course, every day you're going to read 30 minutes. You can read to yourself, to someone else, or to a stuffed animal. You're going to continue your journal writing. If you're already done with this writing and your picture on the back, that is awesome. That means you are done with writing for today. If you haven't done your journal writing, you can go ahead and start on that, or maybe you're still finishing up. That's totally fine. But if you're done, that's it for writing today. For your PE and brain boost, remember to get 60 minutes of physical activity a day. Break it up and make it fun. So you're supposed to choose another activity from your drop everything and move choice board. So today I'm going to play a photographer version of Simon Says, because I'm going to go take pictures of a senior tonight. And don't worry, we're going to stay 6 feet apart, and we are going to have a lot of fun. The way you play photographer, Simon Says, is whatever your photographer tells you to do as far as posing, you have to do it. So I play Simon Says a lot. It's just photographer says. So that should be fun for me today. I'm excited that we're having such awesome weather. This is perfect for pictures today. For math, you're going to work on Education Galaxy for 20 minutes. Remember, that's on the purple My Study Plan tab. You're going to go to math and pick any topic you want to work on for that. You're supposed to complete a color by product page today. So remember, just like always, we're going to go through and we're going to write our answers first. So we're going to put our name at the top, just like this. And then you're going to go through and you're going to write all the answers in here. So like 6 times 8. 6 and 8 went on a date. They came back. 48. Good job. So you're going to go through and write all of your answer choices in every little blank, and then you can use your key to color them. Remember, this one isn't arranged just like your last one. So if anything, the answer is 1, that's going to be red. If anything has the answer of 48, you're going to color it orange. Things like that. So I will post a completed picture of my color by product here in just a little bit. I'm not going to do the whole thing on video because you don't need me for that. You've been studying your facts this whole time. You guys are nailing those. You're doing great. So I'll post a picture so that you can check yourself when you are done. Then you're going to complete 2 squares in your choice board for math this week. Again, if you have already done these today, then you're solid. You don't have to do any more of these. Or if you've already done these this week, you only have to have 2 done for the entire week. So don't stress yourself out trying to do more than what you have to do. You're going to practice your addition, subtraction, and multiplication flashcards for 5 minutes each today. And then for science, you're going to keep on recording that weather. So Wednesday, today, let me go ahead and get my weather app pulled up. Remember, you need to be using the same weather data collection service, whether that's the radio or the TV or an app. You need to be making sure you're getting that from the same place every day if possible. All right, so let's see. The high today is 72 and the low is 54. And don't forget your little degree symbol. Oh, that's going to bug me. I should have stuck with my pink pen. That's okay. It is sunny for today. Not much cloud coverage. We might have a little bit of cloud coverage this afternoon, but right now when I'm recording it, it is beautiful and sunny. I'm going to give my son some sunglasses. Let's see. There we go. And the humidity for today, let's go all the way down, is 43%. Chance of rain, I think that was actually at the top. I don't see any chance of rain for today. Maybe a few clouds, but that seems to be it. So I'm going to go with 0% chance of rain for today. And the wind direction is south-southeast 10 miles per hour. Okay, and that's it for our weather collection for today. For social studies, if you remember yesterday, we started on your national symbols page for the flag. And it said just some different facts about how our flag came to be. So if you remember, George Washington asked Betsy Ross to sew a flag for the new country. He had worked with this committee to come up with a design, and they had said we need to have 13 stars and 13 stripes. And Betsy Ross arranged the stars in a circle. And what color was that rectangle field behind the circle? Do you remember? It was blue. And then these stripes, what color were these? They were red and white. Good job. So on June 14th, they decided that all of the American flags would be white and red and blue, and that this would be the design. Remember, before that, all the different colonies had their own flags, but this made it official. All of the colonies in America would fly the same flag. They'd be united as one. So after that, they kept adding stars every time we would add a state. And now we have 50 stars on the flag because we have 50 states in America. We still have these 13 stripes on our flag, though, to represent the original 13 colonies. So let's look at our questions today. Why are there 13 stripes? Okay, don't forget, we do need to go back and tag these answers as we find them. So 13 stripes, I see right here. It must have 13 stars and 13 stripes, each to stand for the colonies. So question 1, we found it right here. To stand for the 13 colonies. What do the stars on the flag stand for? So remember, originally it stood for each colony, but after that, they started to stand for what? They started to stand for the states. So that's found right here. It started as the 13 colonies. They were added as we got more states. So I'm going to put colonies/states. If you just put states, that would also be fine. How many stars did the flag originally have? Do you remember? Right, it had 13 stars, and if you didn't know, you could come up here and count, but 13 stars because of the 13 original colonies. Who made the first official flag? Fun fact, I dressed up as this woman for like a historical person project that we had to do in 2nd grade when I had Miss Dingler as my teacher. I dressed up as Betsy Ross. At least I think it was for Miss Dingler's class. It might have actually been for Halloween or maybe Miss Eberhardt's GT class. I don't remember, but I know I dressed up as Betsy Ross, and it was in 2nd grade. There was this guy, this older guy that went to our church, and for the longest time he would call me Betsy Ross after that, even all the way up until I was in like high school. Okay, what colors are on the flag? Oh, I forgot to label that one, question 4. So what colors are on the flag? It's the same colors that was on the old flag. Red, white, and blue. Good job. And that is found right here. All right, so that's your national symbols assignment for today. And if you remember yesterday, you were supposed to start your U.S. flag while singing the Star Spangled Banner or listening to that on YouTube. And right here is your picture of your American flag in case you need some help with that. If you haven't finished your flag, you can go ahead and do that. And let's see. The last thing on your list for today says explain to a family member how to multiply 34 times 5. Use paper if necessary. So I've got my 34 times 5 written here. And if I was going to explain that to somebody, I would say, well, first, when you're writing any multiplication equation, you have to make sure you line it up right. And what that means is you put your big number on top, and this is your tens place, and this is your hundreds or your ones place. And you've got to make sure that whatever you're multiplying it by lines up too. So 5 only goes to the ones place, so it has to still line up in the ones. And then I put my multiplication symbol and the equal bar at the bottom. So now I'm going to start with just the ones place, just like you do when you're adding or subtracting. You always have to start in the ones. So think of it like a roller coaster. So we're going to start at the bottom of the roller coaster, and it goes bottom to top because it's building. So we go bottom to top, and we got to think, what is 5 times 4? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now just like when we're adding, we drop the number in the ones place. So if my number was 25, I'm going to put my 5 here and bring my 2 up to the top. You got to put a little plus beside it, just like when you add. Okay, now our roller coaster is going to come back down, and now it's going to go bottom to side. Okay, so now we got to think, what is 5 times 3? 5, 10, 15. Now, you can't go back down yet. You have to do the box. Okay, so we're going to write our 15 up here. And what I mean by that box is I'm going to put a box around these numbers at the top so I don't forget to do them. So 15 plus 2 is 17. So now that we did the box, we can go down. Okay, so we drop that 17 right down here. And your total would be 175. Another way that you could do multiplication is you could take 34 times 5 and set it up the same way. And then you need to break it up by looking at each individual place. So 34 times 5 is like saying 30 times 5 and 4 times 5. Because right here, this 3 has a value of what? 30. And this 4 has a value of 4. So 30 times 5, which would be what? 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Because you can also think 3 times 5 is 15. And then add your 0. And then what's 4 times 5? 5, 10, 15, 20. And then you just add your two numbers up. 150 plus 20 is 170. Oh, I made a mistake somewhere, didn't I? 34 times 5. Look, I made my mistake here. Do you see now how important it is for you to have multiple multiplication strategies so that you can check yourself? Because look, I'm sure some of you probably caught this mistake, but since you're not here with me, you couldn't tell me this mistake. I know the same thing has happened to you guys sometimes too. You'll be working on your own and you bring up your paper and turn it in and you think, how the heck did I miss that? Well, when you go back through and you look at it, if you would have reworked this out, if I had double checked my work, I would have seen that I wrote the wrong number here when I regrouped my other one. Okay, so you got to be careful with that. So look, now that I tried it both ways, the fact that my answers didn't match up clued me in that there was a mistake somewhere. So I went back through and I rethought, oh look, there was my mistake. 4 times 5 isn't 25. So that's just a little helpful hint, kind of like when I tell you guys when you're subtracting, add it back and make sure it works. So those are 2 ways to do multiplication, and hopefully that'll help you explaining it to your families at home. This is going to be the way similar to how most of your parents probably work multiplication problems. This is how I was taught. This is how I do it. The roller coaster is just for fun. Kind of helps you remember a little bit. So if you've got any questions about either of those methods, feel free to ask. And that's it for today. That's all you've got. I told you it was going to be a short day. And thank goodness, right? So now you can hit stop, you can finish the rest of your work, and then you can go outside and play for the whole rest of the day. I give you permission as long as your parents agree. All right, I love you guys, and I hope I hear from you soon. Bye!